Good evening, butterflies. This is your host, Tomicia Spencer, and this is Meditation Mondays. I am so happy you took a moment out of your day to share some wellness with me and some relaxation. And today, I also want to share with you that it's not just an ordinary day, and it's not going to be just an ordinary evening, um, because today is the supermoon, the hunter's moon, and it's going to be so big and bright and beautiful, and it's going to have a orange hue to it. And so in celebration of that, I would just like to share an oracle card with you before we begin the meditation. The name of these cards is Messages of the Cosmic Oracle. And I would like to draw a card for all of us and just share that today before we begin. So, before we get into the meditation and the housekeeping of that, let's do the card. All right. So, with the spirit of the hunter's moon in mind, let's just concentrate on that. Concentrate on the things we want to manifest as I shuffle these cards for us. All right. I think I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to draw the card and read it for you now. So, so this one says, do something kind for someone without any expectation. So, just keep that in mind. Think of someone who could really use some kindness, a little tenderness, a little kindness. And do something kind because you know what? Kindness doesn't cost us a thing. It doesn't cost us a thing at all. And look at that card. It's so beautiful if you're seeing on YouTube, or it's just very brilliant and colorful. And I feel that. So there it is. Do something kind. All right. So, in celebration of all the cosmic phenomenon that's been going on lately, let's just get ourselves relaxed and let's just take some deep breaths. And you don't have to worry if you've never done this meditation before, because any of my meditations are wonderful as a first meditation. I will always guide you. I will always do a count of 4 to inhale, exhale, and I'll guide you smoothly through the meditation. All you need is to be open to the meditation. Know that it takes time to be able to concentrate if you're new at this, and just be kind to yourself. Um, it doesn't automatically come to everybody, but with practice, it comes. So just have patience and kindness with yourself, okay? All right. So you just need a comfortable space to be in. You can be inside, you can be outside in nature. That's even better. You just need a place to lie down or sit, your choice. And even if you can't, if you feel you can't close your eyes right away, just find a soft focus point for yourself and concentrate on that. That will do just fine. All right. So let's get into it now. Get in your comfortable place, wherever that is. I'll give you a moment to settle. Um, I'm just going to ring the bell on my bowl a few times just to start. And while I'm doing that, just get comfortable. All right. Now that you've found your comfortable spot, let's just settle into it. And we're going to take 2 sets of deep breaths. Okay, let's inhale 2, 3, and 4. And exhale, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale, 2, 3, and 4. And you can feel your body just settling into your chair, or if you're lying down on a surface, just let your body melt into that surface, whatever it is, the floor, the bed. It doesn't matter. Just let your body just settle down. Let your shoulders drop. Let your legs relax. Let your feet relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let your head relax. Let all the muscles in your face relax. And just breathe naturally for a moment. And as you settle, you start to feel lighter. As you inhale joy and exhale peace. And the walls in the room, if you are in a room, are falling away from you now. And you feel yourself starting to drift up into the sky, up into the cosmos. And as you drift into the cosmos, you look behind you at Mother Earth as it gets smaller and smaller. You drift past galaxies and stars that twinkle in the sky, and you see constellations like Orion's Belt and other planets, the Pleiades, Jupiter, and you see yourself approaching the planet where you want to ascend to, and that's the crystal planet of Libra. And as you get closer to Libra, you notice all the indigo colors of blue and the different crystal colors that surround and blend in. And as you descend down, you see a deep green grassy meadow. And you're getting closer to landing. And as you land, you feel the grass, which feels like pillow, all around you. You lie there for a moment and you look up at the sky. And as you look up at the indigo sky, you see sparkling crown chakra that is lifted from your head. It almost looks like the stars that you saw in the sky as you were coming in on your journey. You take a moment to lay there and feel the breeze against your cheeks, which feels like a gentle kiss from Mother Nature. It's exactly what you remember on Earth. And Mother Earth just would gently caress your cheek. And it's the same feeling on the crystal planet of Libra. You open your eyes to look around and survey the area. And as you do, you see the trees gently swaying in the wind as if they're doing a dance and singing you a song. You hear their sweet frequency and it comforts you. You decide to stay a little longer and just listen to the sweet melodies of the trees. And so while you do that, I will play a little bit of the singing bowl and I'll be right back for you. You appreciate the sweet song that the trees play for you, and your heart is filled with gratitude and peace and love. And you look off into the distance over the horizon, and you see brilliant colors, which appear to be auras of beings approaching you. And as you look, they get closer and the aura colors get brighter. It is your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your animal spirits. They are all there for you. You run to them and embrace them. They embrace you as well. And as you embrace them, they whisper words of encouragement and wisdom to you. Take a moment to be with your spirit guides, your spirit animals, and your ancestors. And I'll be back for you in a moment. And after a conversation with your spirit guides, they accompany you arm in arm across the red bridge that you know very well. But you don't stop there. Your spirit guides guide you up the side of the crystal mountain on the crystal planet of Libra. They guide you all the way to the temple. And your ancestors and your spirit animals come along too for the journey. Up the steep stairs of the vast mountain to a temple that you know very well. Your spirit guide opens the door to the temple. The door is huge and it just automatically opens without being touched. And as you walk in with your spirit guide arm in arm, you notice there are Reiki symbols carved into the walls, and they seem to light up in gold, like your crown chakra. You see the chokure for protection. You see the seihaki also, and they seem to light up in gold. And the symbols are huge. They're bigger than you. They're bigger than your spirit guide. They just cover the walls and they glow. And as you walk further into the temple, you smell the sweet oil of the amulet. And your spirit guide brings you into a prayer room. And in the prayer room, you kneel down, and your spirit guide kneels beside you. And then suddenly, the Ancient One appears. The Ancient One turns around and comes to where you're kneeling. And he extends his hand. You take his hand and you stand up with him. He lovingly puts his hands around your face and he whispers into your left ear. And he says to you, "You were meant to be here. Your purpose is great here." And your spirit guide and the Ancient One place a crystal into your hand. And the Ancient One asks you to think about all that you want to manifest this evening under the hunter's moon. So, as you clasp the crystal in your hand, it begins to glow. it begins to glow brighter and brighter. Take a moment and sit down with your crystal in your hand and make a mental list of all the things you want to manifest before this year is over. And I'll be right back. You've made a mental list of all the things you want to manifest before this year is over. You close your hands around the crystal as it glows. The Ancient One reaches out for you to hand them the crystal. You put the crystal in the Ancient One's hand. The Ancient One throws the crystal up in the air, and it explodes like fireworks in many different colors, the colors of the chakras. You see reds, you see yellow, you see green, you see gold, all of the colors of the chakras. And they just explode like a beautiful fireworks show. The Ancient One looks at you proudly and then embraces you. And after he embraces you, he steps away from you and he shapeshifts. And he turns into the sparkling gold pieces like the fireworks and your crown chakra. And he disappears. Your spirit guide takes you by the hand and leads you out of the temple, down the glass mountain, where you see all the crystals glowing as you step down the steps. Your spirit guide leads you over the red bridge back to the place where you came in the meadow. And your spirit guide sits down with you once more. And your spirit guide talks about all the things that they saw in your manifestations that you want. And your spirit guide assures you you can have all of those things you want. And your spirit guide tells you don't be afraid to celebrate them because they're going to happen. You thank your spirit guide for coming and you hug them once more. After you hug your spirit guide, they shapeshift and disappear up into the cosmos. And shortly after, you feel yourself starting to float back up into the cosmos. And as you look back, you see the crystal planet of Libra getting smaller and smaller. You float back past all the familiar things in the cosmos, the starry sky, the planets, Orion's belt, and you notice Mother Earth. She's getting bigger and bigger as you get near, and you start to descend down onto Mother Earth, back into your space from where you began. You feel the surface underneath you again, whether it's the floor, the bed, wherever you were sitting, the chair. And you get familiar with that space once more. If you were inside, you see the walls starting to appear again. And let's just get ourselves familiar with the space again. Let's take a deep breath. Let's inhale, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale, 2, 3, and 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, and 4. and exhale 2, 3, and 4. Now you're familiar with the space again, and once you're comfortable, you may start to move around, and you may stretch out and start to move your limbs, your head, and when you're comfortable, you may open your eyes. And I will end this meditation with ringing my singing bell. And I would like to thank you for joining me once again on Meditation Mondayz. And my name is Tomicia Spencer. And remember, we can heal our community one human at a time. Thank you. Bye-bye.